The following is a presentation of the IHSA television network. A great weekend of championship basketball. A.J. Webb and the Woodlawn Cardinals taking home the Class 1A crown, and Brandon Book securing the Class 2A crown for Breeze Central and the Cougars. Two more state championships this weekend, and quite possibly one of the best state championship matchups in memory. All could be happening next on America's Original March Madness. It's been a decade since Lanphier and the Lions made their way to Peoria. Since 2002 for North Chicago. The Warhawks don't have to look all that far. They were here a year ago, winless in that weekend, hopefully to get a win today and start things off on the right track in North Chicago. Hi everyone, Matt Rodewald with you here at Carver Arena. Thanks for being with us for our broadcast as we get set for IHSA basketball and the Class 3A semifinals coming up next. We got two games this afternoon and then two games tonight. We expect these to be four really contested matchups. As you can see, North Chicago and Lanphier coming up next. And then the hometown kids, Peoria Central and Hillcrest. That's your second matchup in Class 3A. Later on tonight, Auburn, the Knights of Rockford, holding the torch for Boone County and Winnebago County, and Proviso East unbeaten, and Simeon, we all know about them, and Bloom Township, quite possibly one of the more underrated teams in the entire state of Illinois. Those two will match up at 8:15 here on the IHSA television network. This afternoon should be very interesting. Some downstate flavors, some Northern Illinois flavor, and two good games. You don't want to miss it next. It's North Chicago and Springfield Lanphier coming up next at the IHSA television network.
I could be tweeting about the cool video I just saw, but instead, I'm saving the family some money.
Have your new driver take our online course. They'll become smarter drivers, and you can save up to 10% on Country Financial Auto Insurance.
Well, aced it.
Visit simplydrive.com.
From the gridiron to the hardwood, on the links or on the track, on the diamond or on the ice. Go to prepfilms.com. It's easy. You can order your DVD online. At prepfilms.com, you make the memories. We'll make them last forever.
I could be tweeting about the cool video I just saw, but instead, I'm saving the family some money.
Have your new driver take our online course. They'll become smarter drivers, and you can save up to 10% on Country Financial Auto Insurance.
Well, aced it.
Visit simplydrive.com.
Bring out the action hero in you. Fuel up right and get energized. Part of the greatest action movie ever. The first movie that puts you in the action. Show us how you train and eat like an action hero. Join in at actionheroalliance.com.
$7,000 high school students drop out every school day. That's a line of desks more than 4 miles long. We can keep students in school. Visit boostup.org and take the first step.
IHSA Network Basketball is presented by Country Financial. What's your idea of financial security? Visit countryfinancial.com and we'll help you achieve financial security no matter where you're starting from. Class 3A semifinal action here at Carver Arena as we get set for North Chicago and Lanphier or Springfield. And before we send it to Lee and Greg, Lee, I got to ask you, how do I look? Am I okay here? I got the blue coat on. Let's send it over to Mr. Peoria here. You know, it's not quite the style of Lee, but it's close. We just thought we'd try it.
You're getting there, brother. You're getting there. You're getting there. I like the effort. It was a good effort there. Welcome to downtown Peoria, Carver Arena, site of our America's Original March Madness. Lee Hall, Greg Sterick, and Greg, we've got North Chicago, fourth here a year ago. Lanphier from Springfield, ranked number 1 in the state. These two teams only play 2 speeds, fast and faster.
Yeah, both these ball clubs really like to get it up and down. They're going to use the entire 94 feet in the ball game. When you look at Lanphier, their defense triggers their offense. When you look on the other side of the ledger, these guys like to put up a shot every 7 seconds. So a lot of defense is going to be played, but both ball clubs really rely on their defense to get them some instant offense.
All right, for North Chicago, their leading scorer is the leading scorer in the state, Aaron Simpson, over 26 a game.
Well, he gets 26 points per ball game. He's a tremendous player. He's first team All-State, scored 49 points in one ball game, 37% from three-point territory. On the year, he's put up 231 threes. So the obvious, they go to him a lot, and he's never found a shot that he doesn't like.
Absolutely. And on the other side for the Lanphier Lions, it's Everett Clemens.
Well, Clemens is also an all-state performer, so it's going to be a good matchup between Clemens and Simpson. He's a guy that shoots 47% from the floor, gets to the foul line, means he's a slasher and a driver, shoots 70% from the line. But the real game, when you look at Everett Clemens, he's a tremendous finisher in the open floor.
Let's take a look at the road to the Final Four. First, for North Chicago, they finished 4th here a year ago. They beat Fenton in the regional semis and Elmwood Park in the finals there. Grays Lake Central and Lake Villa Lakes in the sectionals. And a tough one with Chicago Marshall. They put up 91 points in that ball game, finished strong to beat Marshall. For Lanphier, they beat their inner city rival Springfield in Southeast. They went to the semis against Decatur MacArthur. Pretty easy win over Champaign Central, and then a hard-fought win over East St. Louis in the Super Sectional on Tuesday, a game that would have been fun to do on statewide TV. I would have loved to have seen that ball game.
Well, anytime you're scoring points like these guys do, these are both fun teams to really watch. And, you know, when you've got these outstanding players, this should be just an interesting afternoon of basketball.
Number 1 in the state, Lanphier in North Chicago. Let's meet the players and go to our PA announcer, Paul Herzog.
Association, the City of Peoria. Welcome to Carver Arena for America's original March Madness. This 3A semifinal game for 2012 features the Springfield Lanphier Lions, a record of 28-3, and the North Chicago Warhawks, a record of 24-6. And now to Honor America. Please stand, remove your caps, and pause for a moment of silence as we remember the men and women in the armed forces serving us here and around the world, away from their families, protecting our freedom. Thank you as we thank them. Now please address the flag with your hand over your heart as Joshua Blue, a senior of Abonsi Valley High School, leads us in the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, nor the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. No, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave, nor the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Now let's meet the teams for the semifinal game. For Lanphier, a 5'8" senior, number 5, TJ Davis. 6'3" junior, number 12, Tavion Neal. 5'11" junior, number 15, Ray Lofton. 5'10" freshman, number 20, Jordan Tribbett. 6'3" sophomore, number 22, Darius Milliken. 6'4" senior, 31, Anthony Hunter. 6 foot junior, 32, Josiah Gordon. 6'4" senior, 33, Lance Boozer. And a 6'3" junior, 42, Devin Shannon. And now the Warhawks of North Chicago, a 5'7" senior. Number 10, Jordan Duncan. 6'2" sophomore, number 11, Jaquan McLeod. 5'8" senior, 15, Denzel Terrell. 5'5" senior, 21, Marvin Warfield. 5'8" senior, 22, Kelly Brown. 6'3" senior, 23, Cavante Curry. 5'8" freshman, 31, Jamero Shelton. 6'2" junior, number 50, Gerard Coleman. And a 6'1" senior, 52, Patrick Coleman. Now, let's meet the starting lineups. At a forward for Lanphier, a 6'2" senior, number 21, Aaron Powers. At a forward for North Chicago, a 6'4" sophomore, number 2, Javarius Amos Mays. Another forward for the Lions, a 6'1" senior, 23, Everett Clemens. Another forward for the Warhawks, a 6'4" senior, 24, Tyrone Linder. And a forward for Lanphier, a 6'7" senior, 50, Chris Wallace. And a forward for North Chicago, a 6'2" senior, 32, Marjan Bryant. And a guard for the Lions, a 5'8" senior, number 1, Jalen Brigady. The fourth forward for the Warhawks, a 6'4" sophomore, number 33, Kurt Hall. And a guard for Springfield Lanphier, a 5'8" senior, number 1, Larry Austin. And the other guard for the North Chicago, a 6' senior, number 1, Aaron Simpson. Head coach for Lanphier in his 4th season, a record of 68-44 is Chuck Shanklin. Assistant coaches, P.J. Hamilton, Preston Snar, Blake Turner, and Steve Hunter. Head coach in his 7th season at North Chicago, Gerald Coleman, a record of 138-64. Assistant coaches, Cheryl Coleman, Brian Eck, Jeffrey Hollenstein, Zach White, Gerard Coleman.
And here's a look at our officials for today's ball game. Paul Schessling, Thomas Huster, Mark Thurnow. They have the call as number 1 Lanphier takes on North Chicago back at Carver Arena right after this.
Just a reminder that kids who participate in high school sports tend to go a little farther than those who don't.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at energysavers.gov.
And presenting our game ball today, Lieutenant Alicia from the National Guard. On hand here today at Carver Arena. North Chicago, 24-6. Gerald King Coleman is their head coach in his 7th season, 137-62. And Matt Rodewald, I think the blue coat has been topped by Coach Coleman here today. On the other side is number 1 Lanphier, 28-3. Chuck Shanklin, his 4th season, 68-44. And he has the Lions 1 win away from playing for the state championship. North Chicago begins play with the ball. Greg Sterick.
Well, and Arian Simpson's going to have the basketball a lot. He's their top scorer at 26 points per ball game. Running a lot of down picks. They like to curl him off of picks.
Simpson for 3. As you said, they like to get a shot off every 7 seconds. Lanphier almost as quick. Larry Austin Jr. denied on the way to the hoop that time.
Larry Austin Jr., only a sophomore, averaged a little over 12 points per ball game. Got a great future ahead of him. Got a high basketball IQ, runs the show for his ball club, and gets a lot of guys involved. This Lanphier team very balanced.
Lanphier undefeated in the Central States 8 this year, 16-0. The Warhawks finished 4th a year ago here at state, lost to Centralia in the semifinals. They get the offensive rebound, but nothing to show for it.
Yeah, North Chicago getting shots up very quickly. Already 2 shots up. Either ball club scored here early in the ball game. And when you look at Briggity, only 5'8". What do you think, Lee? 130 pounds at that point guard spot for the Lions of Lanphier.
Soaking wet and with his shoes on, maybe. And an unforced error there. It'll be Springfield Lanphier ball. Lions 17-1 in 2012 calendar year. Their last loss, Peoria High School. We'll see the Central Lions coming up in our 2nd semifinal. Here's Simpson, the future ISU Redbird. Will wear red when he plays here against Bradley. He misses the layup.
He gets a lot of shots, scored 49 points in the ball game this year, a new school record. Had 31 in the super sectional game. There's Larry Austin Jr. Just slips between 2 defenders. Quick first step right to the basket. Gets an easy deuce.
Only a sophomore, averaging 12.5 points a game. Getting a lot of Division I, not only interest, but offers already as a sophomore. That first shot off the mark by Lance Boozer. And a whistle inside will go against the Warhawks.
Larry Austin Jr., really a slasher, slips between 2 defenders of North Chicago, gets it up on the window. The first basket of the ball game goes to Larry Austin Jr., an honorable mention All-State performer, just a sophomore.
Lance Boozer at the line. He's a 6'4", 215-pound senior. 56% at the line, makes his first one. The second one no good.
You shoot 56%, you usually make one and miss, right? That's what he shoots, 56%.
2-1 lead for Lanphier.
North Chicago, a little different look on the defensive end. They go to zone defense, looks like a 1-1-3, maybe a 1-2-2.
Austin Jr. to the glass, and he'll go to the line.
6'1", 150 pounds. Larry Austin Jr. really likes to go to the offensive glass. He gets 6 rebounds. Clemens with a missed shot, a little hard off the glass, and just crashed in the glass there. Larry Austin Jr. on the offensive boards, an opportunity to get to the stripe on the year 92 of 144, 64% from the line.
I want to make a correction. I misidentified. Kurt Hall was the player at the line for North Chicago. I called him Lance Boozer. He's number 33 on Lanphier, so straighten that up right quick. Larry Austin Jr., 64% at the line, splits the free throws and gives Lanphier a 3-1 lead.
We were kind of picking on Boozer, weren't we?
A little bit.
You're kind of picking on him a little bit. When you look at Kurt Hall, a much better free throw shooter, 67%.
Well, they're both about the same size, 6'4", Hall's 205, Boozer 215, a couple pretty good sized young men out there.
Yeah, so look, there's both guys going for the basketball. Larry Austin Jr. with a personal foul.
Even the turnovers can have, or announcers can have turnovers. Here's Simpson from three-point range, well defended. He hit the deck, ball out of bounds, and it'll go to Lanphier.
Simpson kind of felt like he got hit across the arm and across the head. Simpson with 3 shots already in the ball game. 0 of 3, 0 of 1 from three-point range.
Lions with the ball and an early 3-1 lead here. 3A tournament action. Simpson whistled on the reach.
Let me know when it's better lead.
Aaron Simpson, the senior. Almost 3 minutes gone, and it's 3-1 Lanphier. We talked about fast play, but not much scoring so far. Follow Austin Jr. Can't get it to go, but he'll go back to the line.
Austin Jr. just really works on that offensive glass, has an knack for being around the basketball. Clemens a slasher and a driver. He's getting himself to the basket. The shot doesn't go by Clemens, but once again, Larry Austin Jr. cleaning up on the offensive glass, gets himself at the foul line.
Honorable mention All-Stater. We talked about Division I interest. He's already got offers from Illinois, Bradley, DePaul, Memphis, and Missouri, and that's offers as a sophomore.
Yeah, he's a tremendous player. I watched him yesterday in the shoot-around. He's got a lot. His technique's good on his outside shot. He can shoot the 3-ball, and also is a tremendous driver and a slasher. Works really hard on the defensive end.
Just 1 for 4 at the line. Here's the pressure now from Lanphier. Warhawks break it. Marjon Bryant takes it off the glass, can't get it to go. Both sides suffering from poor shooting. A combined 1 for 12 now from the field between these two teams. Lanphier the early lead.
Jane goes to school from 7:45 a.m. to 3 p.m. Then must go to softball practice from 3:45 to 6 p.m., followed by jazz practice from 6:30 to 9 p.m. What are you doing between 3:45 and 9?
A recent survey of Fortune 500 executives showed that 95% participated in activities while in high school. So don't just go to school, go beyond with the IHSA.
The Illinois High School Association. Challenge yourself.
Traditional light bulbs actually generate 9 times more heat than light. Switch to Energy Star light bulbs, and you'll realize just how much cash you were really burning through. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov.
Last year, we're a very up-tempo team. And last year, we went up on Centralia by 10 or 12 points. I don't recall the final, but we were up in double digits. And I brought the ball out, trying to bring them out of the defense. We wanted them to pick us up man-to-man, and I felt that I stayed in that a little bit too long, and it took away our momentum.
Gerald Coleman talking about learning a painful lesson last year, and he takes the full blame, he says, for not making it to the championship game. This team felt like they should have been in the championship game a year ago, but fell to Centralia in the semifinals.
Yeah, Centralia was an awful good basketball team, though, last year. And then, you know, it's not surprising a coach would feel like it's his responsibility to get his team to a championship game. But I think a lot of time was spent in that huddle, hoping his ball club would relax a little bit to try and find their first field goal. Nice inbounds play there, and they do get the basketball inside. It helps when you're struggling from the field, as North Chicago 0 of 7, to maybe find a way to get to that foul line and knock down some free throws. 2 free throw opportunities for Javarius Amos Mays.
He's a transfer from Zion Benton. 62% free thrower, makes his first one. He was the starting quarterback at Zion Benton and then transferred. The assistant coaches say he can throw the ball 70 yards in the air. So he's quite an athlete. He is one of 3 Warhawks averaging in double figures. Fast-paced play, but not much scoring to show for it. 3-2. Lanphier, the only field goal of the game. Here's a three from Brigady. Shoots 36% behind the arc.
There's Chicago, a nice job on the defensive rim. Great steal right there, great steal. Back the other way, and it's an easy basket. TJ Davis with the basket. TJ Davis averages 11 points a game. Picked the pocket, took the length of the floor, and Lanphier turning it up defensively.
5-2 our score, and now North Chicago answers at the other end. Amos Mays.
Davis gets another basket for Lanphier.
7-4 Lions. Here quickly the other way is Simpson. The miss. Gets it back. He's fouled. That is Lance Boozer with the foul on that one, and Simpson will go to the line.
Nice steal right there by Simpson. Simpson just trying to find a shot. Gets it inside. Simpson hammered on the play. Simpson looking for his first points here on the afternoon.
Chuck Shanklin looking to add to the Lanphier tradition here at State. Aaron Simpson, #1 scorer in Illinois, 26.3 points per game. He's ranked by MaxPreps.com 78th in the country in scoring.
And for Simpson, that's 216 free throw attempts on the year. When you talk about the three number, he's put up 232 threes on the year.
Lions lose it out of bounds. Our Realtor.com trivia question, why was the 1963 Men's Basketball National Championship game aired on tape delay in Illinois? We'll have that answer for you coming up second half.
Lanphier extending that press. They like to press and 2-2-1 press, and they look to trap out of it.
Jaquan McLeod, #11 in the ball game for North Chicago. Here's Simpson from the elbow, a little off the mark there. He's cold from the field, so is everybody else. TJ Davis into the game now, #5. Started about 75% of the games. Now he comes off the bench for Chuck Shanklin. Here's Austin. Long rebound tracked down by Lance Boozer. Now here's Davis in the corner for three. He averages 11 points. TJ Davis, the senior, with the three, and it's a 10-6 Lanphier lead.
Davis off the bench, what a lift offensively, 7 points in the ball game.
Baseline jumper, no good for Amos Mays. Davis kicks to Boozer for the outside shot. Showing a little range there for the big fella.
Yeah, Boozer able to knock down that outside shot. Can make the three. Another steal by Lanphier. These guys are quick getting it done in the open floor. Clemens with the finish.
His first bucket on the takeaway. North Chicago breaks it. Cavante Curry for three, just his 6th three of the season.
Big three though right there. North Chicago really needed a basket. He stepped up and banged home the three ball.
The Fast and the Furious. It's like a movie out there. Under 2 minutes to go. Now the scoring picking up a little bit. The field goal percentages aren't going to look good probably for North Chicago no matter what. They like to shoot a lot. They're not always great shots, but they get them up quick as Austin takes it to the hoop, and he will go to the line.
Well, he just got that tremendous first step. He's so quick off of the bounce, and he just slides between the two defenders. Great body control. Gets it up on the window, and Larry Austin Jr., 5 points in the ball game, and getting himself to the foul line. Their ball club only 1 of 4 from the line. He's the guy that made the only free throw. And he's looking for point #6. You got to like this sophomore. Oh boy, he's got a tremendous upside.
Lanphier guards so quick. They make up for their lack of size with that quickness. Austin Jr. with 6 points. And it's an 8-point Lanphier lead. They can score in a hurry.
Yeah, Lanphier falls back into theirs 1-2-2 zone.
Follow-up bucket there for Cavante Curry.
Nobody from Lanphier was able to block him off that offensive boards.
He's got 5 points. Here's Clemens to drive, to give. Had it blocked. That was Clemens who got his shot blocked. And it'll be Warhawks ball.
Clemens a nice job penetrating, trying to get inside, looked to dish on the play. North Chicago with a good block on the defensive end. Lanphier again back in that zone defense. It's a 2-3 zone defense. Not giving Simpson a whole lot of room.
Amos Mays for 3. North Chicago starting to find their touch.
The 3 ball's starting to fall.
Amos Mays makes it a 3-point game. We're under a minute now. Davis drives and scores.
Oh, he just blew by Simpson on that play. Sweet lefty got it all the way to the glass for another basket for TJ Davis.
He's got 9. 3-point attempt, Amos Mays, no good. Battle on the boards. That's Boozer with, or check that. That's Kurt Hall, the sophomore, with the foul.
Lanphier going to get the last shot here of the quarter. Put the basketball in the hands of Larry Austin Jr. Look for him to try and make a play, take it off the bounce, or penetrate and kick for a 3.
Drives, gives to Scotty Wallace for the layup. He's listed as Chris Wallace on the roster, but goes by Scotty. Here's Simpson from half court. Oh, that was not far off for Simpson. Lanphier showing you why they're ranked number 1. They lead it by 5.
How come an insurance company thinks 15 minutes is enough time to do a good job? How come
insurance companies tell me how much I can save
before they even know what I need?
How come
nobody gives me a financial plan?
I can understand?
Country Financial does. Your country representative can help protect what you have now and prepare for the future.
Somebody who knows retirement planning and insurance.
No kidding.
At Country, we always ask, what's your idea of financial security?
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
5-point deficit facing North Chicago as we begin the second quarter here at Carver Arena at our Class 3A semifinals. Matt Rodewald with you here at Carver Arena. And you know, Aaron Simpson for North Chicago and the Warhawks, the leading scorer in the state, 26 points a game. And when you are the leading scorer in the state, you're expected to have some sort of leadership role. And for him, that is not something that's always the most comfortable thing. Playing together with some of his teammates since 5th grade, talking to Coach King Coleman, says that's not all that comfortable for him, but based on last year and the fact that he's a senior this year, he's reluctantly accepted that leadership role. Lee?
Thanks, man. Yeah, Coach Coleman says he'd rather have 25 assists than 25 points, but the situation being what it is, his team needs the points, and he steps up and does that for this team. Lanphier, quick hands, the guards. Austin Jr. takes it to the hoop and finishes. He's got 8.
Well, these guys can really finish. Speaking of the Lanphier players, all these guys really can finish in the open floor.
Hall with it. Follows his own shot, and he's fouled inside. Kurt Hall, number 33, just a sophomore.
Defense creates some instant offense. Davis with a pick. Finds Larry Austin Jr. streaking to the basket. Just a good finish in the open floor for Larry Austin Jr. And in the ball game, 8 points.
Foul on A.J. Powers, his second.
Kurt Hall at the line for North Chicago, only a sophomore.
Gerald Coleman says he's the biggest surprise this season for this team. He doesn't believe he can be stopped. And at 6'4", 205, he is very confident especially for a sophomore.
Yeah, he's got a great mid-range game. Averages about 10 points per ball game, and really a good rebounder at 7 boards per game.
Jalen Briggity passes it out top to Everett Clemens, son of Rennie Clemens, who played at Illinois. Almost tipped in that time by Scotty Wallace. Oh, and they had an inside look wide open with Jordan Duncan, but he couldn't hang on for North Chicago.
Yeah, that time North Chicago really had Lanphier spread out on the defensive end. They were looking to get set into that zone defense, and Duncan kind of slipped on the backside and wanted to shoot the basketball before he caught it. North Chicago still with the ball, and Simpson kind of looking for a spot, looking for a basket.
Simpson 0 for 5, still, no, he gets the bounce that time, so he's off the schneid with his first basket of the afternoon. He's got 4 points. ISU coaching staff very high on Aaron Simpson. Baseline jumper off the mark for Lanphier. A.J. Powers to miss that time. North Chicago can cut into that 4-point lead. Simpson misses the 3, but he will go to the line for 3 free throws.
Aaron Simpson really just looking to create something, takes it off of the bounce, pull up, a little step back Jay, and the shot goes in for Aaron Simpson. He can hurt you off the bounce, or he can spot up and knock down that outside shot. That's where he gets a lot of things done, right there at that foul line. No, he's so aggressive offensively, can beat you off with a bounce, and when you get to that rim, you're usually going to get fouled or score, and Simpson spends a lot of time at that foul line.
He's a 73% free throw shooter. You mentioned he had 32 in the super sectional win over Marshall, 18 of those in the 4th quarter. He drains all 3 and makes it a 1-point game. Lanphier led by as many as 8. It's a 6-0 run here for North Chicago. Briggity penetrates and tries to give. Simpson comes out of there with it. Has it stripped away. Powers a nice job running with him defensively, denying the layup. It'll be North Chicago ball out of bounds.
Well, Simpson pushes the ball very quickly. Quick dribble up the other way. A defensive play, though, by Powers to deny the basket.
About 2 minutes gone here in the 2nd quarter. Look at the work on the offensive glass. That's Hall, and he'll go back to the line.
Hall just keeps it alive on the offensive glass, bats it around, slaps it around, finally finds a way to find a shot. He gets fouled on the play. Kurt Hall's been to the line 5 times in the ball game, 2 of 5.
That's 3 fouls on A.J. Powers. Chuck Shanklin will have to go to his bench here.
North Chicago on a 7-0 run. They found ways to score in a hurry, too. It looked like it's going to be low scoring in the beginning, that first 2.5, 3 minutes of the 1st quarter, but these guys have caught fire.
I'm not so sure that they didn't call a foul on Larry Austin Jr. and maybe inadvertently give it to A.J. Powers. (24-23) the score now. North Chicago's battled back to take a 1-point lead. Clemens finds his way to the glass. Gets his own miss, throws it back up, and he's fouled. Boy, there's not a lot of height out there, Greg, but these guys attack the glass, both sides of the ball, both teams.
No, they really just take it off of the bounce. Clemens very quick off of the bounce, stays with it nicely. North Chicago doing a nice job on the defensive end. Really, Clemens not getting many good looks at all, only 1 of 5, and Clemens is their leading scorer. North Chicago, a lot of different looks defensively.
Here's Austin to the hoop. So quick with the basketball. 12.5 points a game. He's already got 10 in this one. Whistle before the shot against the Lions. That ends an 8-0 run, that basket did. 8-0 run by North Chicago. Brigady picks up his second personal, and it's already one in bonus time for North Chicago with 5:22 to go here. So a lot of time to get to the line. Simpson misses the front end. Brigady, tough shot. Nice follow and bucket on the offensive glass for Lance Boozer, the 6'4 senior.
Yeah, Lanphier keeps it alive. And offensive opportunity, second chance points for Boozer.
Takeaway by Davis. His man fell down and the Lions lose it out of bounds. Lance Boozer lost his footing and the Lions lose the ball. They lead it here as we go to break. 4:54 to go in the second.
Hey, where are you going? You can't get by me. I'm #1 in this class. I rule this lab. I'm #1. Hey, I don't think so. Yes! Winner! I am the king! Woo!
You wouldn't do it there. So, don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
What?
Jerk.
So, what's it gonna be? We could ride bikes, skating, movies, zoo, whatever you guys want to do.
Can we just do this?
Yeah. We could just do this.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
You know, it means a lot. You know, we got a lot of great players that played there. Some went off to the league and some went overseas. You know, it's a good feeling to have, good following footsteps. You know, we walked the halls of Andre Iguodala, Rich McBride, Kevin Gamble, Ed Horry. We walked the halls of those guys, and you know, it feels good.
That's Larry Austin Jr. talking about the great ones that came before him. Andre Iguodala, Richard McBride led the Lions to a second-place finish in 2002, the last time Lanphier came to state, and Larry Austin might be mentioned someday with those names.
Well, only a sophomore, and saw another look, a good finish by Larry Austin Jr. You can really finish in the open floor. Well, that zone's active by Lanphier, very active out of that zone.
Devontae Curry, he's had a nice ball game so far.
Forgot to check the three-point shooter out of the zone.
His three ties the game. He's got 10 points, second three of the game. Davis down the lane and the finish. TJ Davis only 3 for 15 from the floor from against East St. Louis, I should say. And he's off to a great start here.
Well, he's already got a scoring average of 11 points. Got 11 of them here.
This is the North Chicago team that scored 90 points 10 or more times. And that three is from Jordan Duncan, another guy off the bench for Gerald Coleman.
Nice to see Simpson set that up. A little penetration and pitch. Duncan finds the three-point line and buries it.
Clemens gives to Davis in the corner for three. Oh my. We are in for a treat today. If you like offense, you're going to love this one. Davis with 14 points. Duncan tries to take it to the hoop that time. And on the offensive glass, Tyrone Linder, the 6'4 senior, with the foul. We're tied at 32. Well, Chicago only shooting 34% from the field. But they shoot a lot of shots to make a lot of shots. Clemens draws a foul, and he'll go to the line.
Both ball clubs really attack on the offensive end. They'll take you all the way to the basket, but they also have good three-point shooters and can spot up and knock down threes. So penetrating pitch is big for both of these ball clubs on the offensive end.
Everett Clemens, a 6'1 senior. We mentioned his father, Rennie, played at the U of I. Scored 863 career points.
free throw line's been very good to North Chicago. 15 opportunities already. They've made 10 and only 2 makes for Lanphier. Clemens knocks that one down, so only 3 free throws, 3 of 7 for Lanphier.
Here's Simpson for 3. Had his feet under him that time, but still couldn't get it to go. And speaking of go, here comes Lanphier. Brigady! Boozer, the follow, won't go. A lot of offensive rebounds. Nothing to show for it.
Well, a loose ball, Lanphier able to come up with a loose ball. They're going to hit you in a hurry right here. Another quick shot.
Tie up at the free throw line, or let the bodies hit the floor, and a whistle away from the scrum. Will go on Simpson. That's his second for North Chicago.
Well, everybody battling for the basketball, ball down on the floor. You got to get down and get after it. Right there, a good pickup by Boozer, and then a handoff there, and the little fellow kind of streaks to the goal, and he's fouled on the play. This guy's 5'8", finds a way to play inside a lot, gets himself to the basket, spends time at the foul line. A very good free throw shooter on the year at 72%.
Looked like a running back had to step over the lineman down there on the ground. Brigady changes the complexion of a game, according to Chuck Shankland.
Nice to have your point guard that can also give you a little lift on the offensive end. He gets about 10 points per ball game, but he also shoots free throws as well, so it's nice to have a point guard like that.
Knocked out of bounds. It'll be Lanphier ball. Lanphier a 3-point lead, 2:29 to go here in the second quarter. G. Hall, Greg Sterick, Matt Rodewald with you from Peoria. 3A state basketball. 4A doubleheader to follow tonight here at Carver Arena.
North Chicago now out of a zone. They're back man-to-man.
Clemens takes it all the way to the glass. 19 points a game for Everett Clemens. Lanphier bench yelling at their team to get a stop here. Try to get it inside. Brigady there with the hands. Clemens on the scoop. Flips it up. North Chicago tried to take a charge there. Boozer follows it up.
Yeah, Boozer, nice job running the floor. Clemens was able to get it right to the basket, but Boozer a good follow. 7-point lead for Lanphier.
7-0 run. Clemens went for the steal. Instead, he's whistling for the foul. It'll be his first.
Once again, Clemens in the open floor. He's got one thing on his mind, get it to the basket. The shot doesn't go, but the big fellow, Boozer, 6'4" senior, running the floor nicely with a good finish for Lance Boozer. Boozer with 6 points in the ball game.
Marjan Bryant, 6'2" senior. Pretty good at the free throw line, 68%. Two-year starter for Gerald Coleman's team. Nothing but net on both for him. His first 2 points of the afternoon.
Yeah, North Chicago not shooting the ball well from the floor, 33%, but they're sure getting to the foul line. Been there 17 times, made 12.
Wow. 3-point attempt, Brigady.
Deep three.
Brigady.
Deep three.
Matches the biggest lead of the game. Simpson to the glass. Boy, missed a bunny there. Here come the Lions the other way. Brigady all the way. Ball tipped. Linder that got a hand on it. Lanphier follows.
Clemens a nice pickup.
Foul taken away. Here comes Brigady. Gives it up, Austin. He'll go to the line. Nice sharing of the basketball there by Lanphier.
Well, just a nice kick out there by Larry Austin Jr. And the little guy, the 5'8" Brigady, the best 3-point shooter for Lanphier. on the year at 36%. He's made 44 threes on the year. He buried a deep one.
Austin Jr., the honorable mention All-Stater at the line. What a future he has. Missed the second. He's got 11. The lead is 11. That's the biggest of the game for the Lions, ranked #1 in the state. They've only lost to teams from what we like to call here in the Peoria area, the Tri-County area. They lost to Peoria High School, Peoria Richwoods, and Washington just across the river.
Yeah, Lanphier very active out of that zone defense. Very, very active.
Lions will take a timeout here, leading by 11 with 23 seconds to go in the first half. Coming up next, it's the home team, Peoria Central. They were ranked #1 after they beat Lanphier, but they lost to crosstown rival Peoria Manual. So it's Peoria High School taking on Hillcrest. Coming up next here on the IHSA TV network tonight, it's Auburn taking on unbeaten Proviso East at 6:30, followed by Simeon and Bloom Township. All that coming your way right here on the IHSA TV network. Our friend Dave Bernhardt will be joined by former Fighting Illini standout Jerry Hester tonight.
Let's go. Snap out of it. Let's go. Go, man. Let's go.
Baseball games here at Carver Arena. Gerald Coleman trying to get his Warhawks back in this one, down 11. They had trailed by 8, clawed back, tied it up, actually took a 3-point lead. But Lanphier has been a little putting the pedal to the metal here in the second quarter.
Yeah, North Chicago had a nice run. It was an 8-0 run, and able to get a 1-point lead with about 5 minutes left in this quarter. But from that point on, it's sure been all Lanphier.
Yeah, that run is 13-2 now. Amos Mays for 3. And Hall has it taken away. Here comes Davis the other way for Lanphier. Hit, beat the buzzer, and it's Lanphier running out to a 45-34 halftime lead. The Lions out to prove they're #1, not just in the polls, but in real life, too. They lead it by 11.
I could be tweeting about the cool video I just saw, but instead, I'm saving the family some money.
Have your new driver take our online course. They'll become smarter drivers, and you can save up to 10% on Country Financial Auto Insurance.
Boom. Aced it.
Visit simplydrive.com.
From the gridiron to the hardwood, on the links or on the track, on the diamond or on the ice, go to prepfilms.com. It's easy. You can order your DVD online. At prepfilms.com, you make the memories. We'll make them last forever.
I could be tweeting about the cool video I just saw, but instead, I'm saving the family some money.
Have your new driver take our online course. They'll become smarter drivers, and you can save up to 10% on Country Financial Auto Insurance.
Boom. Aced it.
Visit simplydrive.com.
When life's this hard, it's no wonder 7,000 students drop out every school day. Visit boostup.org and help kids in your community stay in school. When life's this hard, it's no wonder 7,000 students drop out every school day. Visit boostup.org and help kids in your community stay in school.
IHSA Network Halftime is presented by Realtor.com. Realtor.com's real estate search app makes researching neighborhoods and finding homes for sale easy. Download it for your smartphone in your market or at Realtor.com/mobile. 11-point lead for the Lions here at halftime of our first Class 3A semifinal. Coach, you got a great effort so far from TJ Davis.
Yeah, coming off the bench, I mean, he gave us a huge spark. We were able to play our game, get up and down the floor a little bit, and that was because of our defense.
What do you tell them at halftime here with a comfortable lead, but knowing the way they can play, they can erase that pretty quick?
Yeah, we've been in this situation before, so it's nothing new to us.
Okay, Coach, good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Head coach Chuck Shanklin of the Lions. They have an 11-point lead here and are 16 minutes away from getting to the 3A title game. We'll be back.
I love staying here. How long have you lived here?
A long time. You know, your mother grew up here.
I'm gonna have a house like this when I grow up.
I hope so, buddy. I hope so.
For the first time in generations, the dream of home ownership is being threatened. Realtors, members of the National Association of Realtors, are here to represent you and protect home ownership.
When life's this hard, it's no wonder 7,000 students drop out every school day. Visit boostup.org and help kids in your community stay in school.
Hi, my name's CJ. A few years ago, my father became seriously ill. I did what I could do before he passed, but it took its toll. I lost my job, my house. I'm getting back on my feet, but I don't know when there'll be food on the table. How'd I do, CJ?
We could be twins.
Well, cousins, maybe.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
Nice.
Yes, go! Yes, yes, yes!
No!
Come on!
Oops. Yeah, sure. Let's go.
Let's go.
Moms everywhere are finding ways to keep kids active and healthy.
Works every time.
Get ideas, get involved, get going at letsmove.gov.
At the half, it's Springfield Lanphier with a 45-34 lead. North Chicago once again struggling here in Peoria. Take a look at the highlights, and a good start for North Chicago. They were hitting some shots from the outside. They started things off 4 of 10 from the perimeter, a couple of threes for Kevonte Curie, and North Chicago able to hit the bucket. There's Jordan Duncan with his only 3, but after that, Lanphier took control of this one, erasing or pushing out to an 8-point lead. That was eventually erased, but Larry Austin has looked sharp so far. The sophomore sensation with 11 points, getting to the free throw line a couple of times as well, and grabbing a couple of rebounds, 2 steals for him as well, and no turnovers. And here are your halftime stats. Individually speaking, Aaron Simpson, the Illinois State recruit, 1 for 9. Not a good start for him. Struggling once again here at Carver Arena. He is 5 of 6 from the free throw line with 7 points, and Curie leading the way with 10 points. But you can see the shooting not good for North Chicago at 28%. They started at 6 of 22. That was after they erased that 8-point lead, and it's now 9 of 32 for that 28% mark that you see at the moment. Lanphier fans happy to have an 11-point lead. We'll see if the pace can quicken and they can hold on here. 11-point lead, 16 minutes to go for the Lions. Class 3A semifinals continue next.
I'm Matt DeBlock, a 4th-generation family farmer from Aledo, Illinois. Family farmers like me are a lot like you, but we still have to earn your trust every day. Growing the best and safest food we can raise, treating our animals with respect and care, and protecting the world we live in. All of that makes me a lot like you. and a lot like the 94% of Illinois farmers who are family farmers.
Hey, my name's Katie and I'm in the 9th grade. I'm an A average student and I'm an athlete working towards a scholarship. And everybody tells me how much potential I have. But I just wish someone would tell me where my next meal is coming from. Katie, how'd I do?
Do you have to be so serious?
Well, I mean, I did like a crazy dance in a movie if you want me to like, you know, do a little, no.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
All right, guys, we gotta be smarter about what we bite on, okay? I want everyone to go outside. We're gonna run Red Rover on 3.
What about you, Tony?
I'm gonna run around in circles, flat my arms, and make engine noises like this.
When it comes to playing, we kids are the pros.
We're eating right, too.
We fuel up.
To play 60!
Your school doesn't have a program? Be a leader. Start one.
Click today and join the movement.
When life's this hard, it's no wonder 7,000 students drop out every school day. Visit boostup.org and help kids in your community stay in school.
And we are back at Carver Arena. Lanphier from Springfield leading North Chicago 45-34. And we are here with former Marion and Southern Illinois University star Greg Sterrick. Greg, poor shooting by North Chicago. We kind of expected that because of the pace they like to play. Lanphier, though, really showed what they were about. 13-2 run after North Chicago had come back from an 8-point deficit.
Well, Springfield Lanphier is all about their defense. They really bothered North Chicago. North Chicago turned it over 9 times. And Lanphier was able to capitalize. They get 13 points off of the turnover. So the open floor game was very good to Lanphier. Defensively, Lanphier set the tone for the ball game in the first half. And that's why they've got the 11-point lead.
Aaron Simpson 1 for 9. If you're North Chicago, what do you do to try and get him going?
Well, he's got to find a way to get some easy baskets. He's really struggled shooting the ball from the floor. He's 1 of 9. He's got himself the foul line 6 times, and he's knocked in 5. But he's got to find a better way to get some easy shots, get it off the bounce, and get it off the drive. And sometimes when your shot's not falling, you got to let your teammates help you just a little bit.
All right, let's go to Matt Rodewald.
King, 1 for 9 for Aaron Simpson. How do you get him going?
Well, you know what? We just got to relax and play. We playing awful tight, and Simpson got to let the game come to him. You got to let it come to him and stop forcing the game. And basically the whole team. We're not playing great defense. We're missing a lot of putback and layups, and we talked about that at halftime. You'll see a better half this half.
Rebounding's pretty similar, but it's transition, getting back on defense, as you said.
Yeah, transition. We knew they would get back, and we worked on this, and we probably at 3/4 speed, and they at full speed. But you'll see a change this half.
Okay, Coach, good luck.
Thanks.
Head coach King Coleman of North Chicago. No Lake County team has ever won a state championship. They've got 16 minutes to change that and erase this 11-point deficit. We'll be back.
Hey, great party.
Oh, thanks. Here you go. 1 hamburger, medium well.
This is well done.
No. That's medium well.
What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burnt.
That's it. You're not going to come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger.
You
wouldn't do it there.
You gotta be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
My name is Fernanda. I'm the wife of a teacher. Budget cuts affected my husband's salary, so I'm picking up some part-time work. We're doing everything we can to make sure our kids eat today. Tomorrow, I just don't know. Fernanda, how'd I do? Well, I usually fold the underwear first. I meant the acting, but good to know.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
Just about ready to crank things back up here in the third quarter. North Chicago trailing #1 Lanphier 45-34, high-scoring first half. Let's take a look at the rest of the action coming your way here on the IHSA TV network from Carver Arena in downtown Peoria. The Peoria High Lions just at the top of the bluff, maybe a mile or so away, take on Hillcrest, 24-5. That's our second 3A semifinal. Coming up tonight, Class 4A, Auburn, 31-2, taking on unbeaten Proviso East, perennial state power, former state champion in Class 4A. Second semifinal, Simeon taking on Bloom Township. Some pretty high performance teams and some pretty good looking matchups coming up tonight here on the IHSA TV network. North Chicago fourth here a year ago, plenty to prove in their minds.
And they're going to have to find a way to get their leading scorer a little bit more involved here in the third quarter. Aaron Simpson scores a 26-point per game clip in the first half. He only gets 7 points. They shoot 28%. Springfield Lanphier shoots 51%. So that's a huge difference.
Dunlap High School pep band here today. The Eagles from just up the road, suburban Peoria here. Congratulations to them for making it to Carver Arena for today's ball game. A lot of fun. Adds a lot of atmosphere to high school basketball. America's original March Madness. Henry V. Porter of Manitou, Illinois, coined that phrase way back in the early 1900s, and it's been with IHSA basketball ever since. Easy bucket, not for Aaron Simpson, but for Javarius Amos Mays. Good start to the half for North Chicago.
Yeah, Simpson turned down a shot on that baseline and delivered inside, so they do get a basket on the inside. North Chicago go back in a 2-3 zone. Davis gets a start here in the third quarter. Tremendous first half for Davis with 14 points.
Riggedy drives baseline, gives to Clemens. Good unselfishness that time. Clemens now with 9. So many weapons for the Lions.
Lanphier man-to-man defense.
Simpson has the 3 rattle in and out. Good follow, though, for Cavante Curry, who's having a whale of a ball game. He averages just 7.5 a game. He's got 12. North Chicago can't afford to trade baskets with this Lanphier team, though. They've got to turn it up defensively. Davis into the lane, the give, and the foul. A.J. Powers will go to the line.
Davis really looks to distribute the basketball. Again, at only 5'8", it's amazing how he can slip in between the defenders. Davis right there, and a nice look that time to Powers. He was fouled trying to finish the play.
Aaron Powers goes by A.J. He had 12 points in the win over East St. Louis. He's a 6'2" senior. That's a 10-point game again. Amos Mays, no good, but Curry there for the follow.
Can't seem to keep Curry off the glass. Curry with 7 rebounds, and 3 of them on the offensive glass, 2 of them with second chance opportunities.
Very active today after playing in a off the bench type role in the starting lineup here today. Curry whistled for the foul. It'll be Lanphier ball. 6:13 to go, third quarter. Lanphier up 8.
8-point lead, though, on this North Chicago ball club.
No.
That could be erased pretty quickly the way these guys can score in bunches, and we saw that in the first half when they actually had a lead in that second quarter. Excuse me, and when they reeled off 8 unanswered points.
Austin Jr. the miss. Chicago looked a little bit better offensively here in the third quarter. Marjon Bryant fouled on his drive to the hoop, and he'll go to the line.
Bryant with only 2 points in the ball game and had 25 in the super sectional win. And boy, that's just a nice drive to the basket. He was able to put it on the deck and got himself to the basket quickly. Finds himself at the foul line after attacking the rim.
Now they had Powers for 3 fouls. He was whistled for that foul, and it's.
Yeah, the stats we got at the halftime intermission showed him with only 2, so they must have changed the scorebook.
I believe they did.
Halftime.
Well, we mentioned that too in the second quarter. 48-42 now. Pass to Davis, goes inside this time. Turnaround jumper, Boozer, no good. Tapped out of there. Davis gets it in the lane. Bounces no good. Lanphier's gone cold. Amos Mays the kick to Simpson for 3. 87 threes on the season for Simpson. His first makes it a 3-point game. A 7-0 run for the Warhawks. Briggity fouled on the drive down the baseline, and the Warhawks always know where Aaron Simpson is.
Yeah, it's a good look. Simpson runs right to that 3-point line on the baseline. Well, that one he was able to catch and take up in rhythm and had a little room. Knock down that 3-point shot.
And that's the good ones, Greg. 1 for 9. He's still not afraid to shoot.
Yeah, he thinks he's going to, if he misses 5, he definitely has that shooter's mentality. I'm going to make 5 in a row.
Senior with it now, over 2,000 career points. Gets an, oh, he didn't get an assist. A miss by Bryant. Hall there for the foul. The sophomore on a pogo stick there. Under the glass. Great effort by the Warhawks here. Simpson flips it up. He won't get the bucket, but he will go to the line to shoot 2. Great effort that time by the Warhawks on the offensive glass.
Yeah, they're really crashing the glass and doing a tremendous job working the offensive boards, get some second chance opportunities, and Simpson an opportunity there to get himself to the foul line, and a place where he's a good shooter on the year. He's starting to come alive a little bit for his ball club. The battle on the inside, they keep it alive, and wow, Kurt Hall just really working hard. And it's a look inside, an acrobatic shot that time by Simpson. Simpson's finding ways to score points and getting himself to the foul line.
The All-Stater makes them both. It's a 9-0 run, and North Chicago's back within 1 as we go to break.
How come nobody told me about all the hidden costs
of cheap insurance?
How come?
How come insurance companies tell me how much I can save
before they even know what I need?
How come?
How come
nobody asked me what my idea
of retirement is?
Country Financial does. Your country representative can help protect what you have now and prepare for the future.
Somebody who knows retirement planning
and insurance.
I like that.
At Country, we always ask, what's your idea of financial security?
You realize that 49 million Americans struggle with hunger? That's 1 out of every 6 Americans.
These people are around us every day. They're our friends, they're our coworkers, their kids go to school with our kids.
Sometimes we're not even aware that they're struggling. This problem is closer than you think. So is the solution.
Give a gift of meals to a family in need. Visit feedingamerica.org/giveameal today.
Our Realtor.com trivia question, we asked this earlier in the game. Why was the 1963 men's basketball national championship game air on tape delay in Illinois? Well, viewers got to watch Chicago's Carver High School upset Centralia in the state finals. Live, Loyola's victory over Cincinnati was tape delayed in Illinois. How about that? Take that, March Madness, NCAA style.
Can you remember Carver beating Centralia 53-52?
No, sir. That was the year of my birth, as a matter of fact. So, I'm afraid I don't.
So if I tell you, I can.
That's That's all right,
that
buddy.
means I'm just a little bit older than you.
All right. You're older,
a little bit older.
Older and wiser.
Remember the ball game well.
Some of my first memories of IHSA basketball, my mom's hometown, Ridgeway, winning the 1973 Class A state championship. And our thoughts and prayers go out to those folks in Ridgeway and Harrisburg after the devastating storms a couple of weeks ago. Boozer with the bucket. That ends a 9-0 run by North Chicago. One and done that time for North Chicago. Coach Shanklin had a little bit of a pep talk for the Lions. Well, Chicago's been a little streaky here. Lions have built 8-point leads, 11-point leads, but unable to keep North Chicago down for long. Inside here, and Wallace has it taken away. And it'll be a reach-in on Boozer at midcourt.
Lanphier's got a little stale on that offensive end. Only 2 of 7 in field goals. And right there, Brian tried to split 2 Lanphier defenders. It's fouled, and once again it'll be North Chicago an opportunity, only trailing by 3. And Lanphier's kind of extended that zone defense a little bit, looking for the shot makers of North Chicago out on that perimeter. Well, really getting out and checking. Oh, a good look that time by Simpson inside.
He gets it back, shoots and misses. Follow-up Hall. The sophomore throws it in off the glass, and he'll go to the line for the 3-point play. Well, not real pretty, but that's what you do. You don't need touch when you got the glass, right?
Well, when you're working so hard like Hall is on the offensive glass, good things are going to happen. He was able to get that shot to go off in the window. He's doing a tremendous job in the rebound department.
Leading rebounder 5 of the last 7 games for North Chicago. In fact, he's taken over the statistical lead on this team in rebounds. The 3-point play for the sophomore, he ties this game.
Curry did most of the rebound for North Chicago. Both players with 10 rebounds.
16-5 North Chicago here in the 3rd quarter. Davis steps back for 3. Here comes North Chicago, a fast break action. And Davis, a nice job, nice hustle. He took it away from Cavante Curry, who is ready for a throwdown.
Now, North Chicago in the open floor. Great baseball pass that Javarius Amos Mays. And Lanphier able to get back and save an easy basket. But well, North Chicago is starting to push now, taking advantage of the open floor, just like Lanphier did in the first half.
North Chicago's trailed much of this game. Amos Mays, long 3 is good. Just 22% behind the arc. He can throw a football 70 yards, and apparently he can shoot a basketball at least 19-9. Austin Jr. the miss. Lanphier will hang on to possession though.
Good look at a spot up 3. Simpson with the find right there. Javarius Amos Mays buries the 3-pointer.
15-2 run for North Chicago.
Just 1 and out 2 for Lanphier. North Chicago really starting to control the glass.
Almost a takeaway for Lanphier. Curry tracks it down. Guys in red have taken the momentum back from Lanphier. Simpson drives, and he'll go to the line. Knocks in the 3 moments ago, draws the defense, and makes them pay off the dribble.
Always talk how a guy that maybe struggling a little bit on the offensive end, especially good scorers, like to get themselves to the foul line. 12 points in the game for Simpson, and he's 8 of 9 from that charity stripe. A little different look as North Chicago pulls all their players off of that free throw line. He gets set in a half-court offense.
Aaron Simpson said, "We're not going back to Peoria for fun or to get on TV." He wasn't having much fun early. He's been on TV all afternoon. That's just a bonus.
And as much as you think the guy struggled, he's got 14 points to lead his ball club in scoring.
Yep, 9 of 10 at the line, 6 assists. You do other things. The good ones do. 17-2 run now by the Warhawks. Swatted out of there. Marjon Bryant, who knocked it out of there. Simpson quickly the other way. Tip, and it's Javarius Amos Mays on the glass.
Well, all these guys just run the floor. That time, Javarius Amos Mays running the floor after the missed layup by Simpson. And North Chicago on a roll.
19-2 run. They trailed at 48-38 early in this quarter. Austin Jr., tough shot. Battle on the glass, and it will be Lanphier ball on the alternating possession. But the offense has gone stagnant for Chuck Shanklin's team.
North Chicago off and running there. Simpson with the drive. He doesn't get the basketball, but Javarius Amos Mays runs the floor and gets the stick back. And this quarter's belong to North Chicago. Lanphier with only 5 points here in the third quarter. They're just not getting any good looks at all at the basket.
2 for 12 from the floor this quarter from Springfield Lanphier. Try to get an easy one. There's nothing easy down low though. Scotty Wallace follows his miss, and he'll get a chance at the free throw line.
They're all contested shots early in the ball game. Lanphier was getting them in the open floor. They've not been able to get a transition basket here in the third quarter, and their half-court offense has gone a little bit stale. They've been able to knock down perimeter shots, and North Chicago really rebounding the basketball hard.
Kurt Hall whistled for his third foul there. Scotty Wallace starting to come into his own. According to Chuck Shanklin.
We talked about how North Chicago could really score points in bunches, and they've sure done that here in the third quarter.
And that free throw ends a 19-2 run by North Chicago. They lead it by 6. They trailed by 11 at the half. Takeaway by Powers. Quickly ahead to Clemens. He's fouled on the way to the hoop, and he'll go to the line. If that foul is on Simpson, it's his third. That is on Aaron Simpson.
Now Lanphier's game is getting the open floor and create some turnovers. A quick look up the floor to Clemens, and Clemens was fouled on the play. Clemens will get himself to the foul line. 9 points in the ball game. Leading scorer Everett Clemens averages 19. He really hadn't got much into the flow in the ball game, though. He struggled a little bit shooting the ball from the perimeter, 4 of 11, and really struggling at the foul line. 9 points in this ball game.
He had 16 in the super sectional win against East St. Louis. Misses both free throws. 6-point lead for the Warhawks. Will they hold for one or attack? Simpson brings it out. It's a little open space, drives, and he's fouled. That foul on T.J. Davis.
Nice to have a player like an Aaron Simpson that can make plays off of the bounce. Not a free throw opportunity. 19 and 19 seconds left here in the third period, and you know they'll put the ball in the hands of Simpson, see if he can make a play, and he usually draws the double team, and you know he's a good passer too. He looks to give the ball up.
It's not a shooting foul. North Chicago will likely hold for one here.
Run Simpson along that baseline area.
Davis got a hand on it twice, almost took it away. It'll be North Chicago ball, 4.3 to go. Jaquan McLeod checks back in. He missed most of the year with a knee injury.
Yeah, and had 14 points, though, off of the bench in their super sectional win.
Simpson, tough hanging jumper, won't go. Follow Hall, won't go either. But what a quarter for North Chicago. They trailed by 11, They lead it by 6, a 17-point turnaround with 8 minutes to play here in semifinal number 1.
And so, after due deliberation and much hard work on the part of both agencies, we've decided to award the contract to Abercrombie and Teetweiler.
What? You gotta be kidding me! Bad call, jeez.
This is pathetic!
Those ads went out with dancing cigarettes. What are you, blind? What are you, deaf? What are you, out of your mind? Six.
Today is Saturday. Salad on Saturday, fruit on Friday, throw-a-ball Thursday. Water, water Wednesday, touch your toes Tuesday. Let's move Monday, swap us next Sunday.
60 minutes of physical activity a day and eating well can help get your child healthy. So keep them active and eating well every day. Get ideas, get involved, get going at letsmove.gov. That's letsmove.gov.
A 19-3 run for North Chicago to close out the third quarter, and the Warhawks with a 57-51 lead. Matt Rodewald back here with you at Carver Arena. And take a look at Springfield and Lanphier. The Lions, they're wearing their home uniforms, and you have North Chicago in their own uniforms. It sounds simple, but it doesn't always work out that way in tournament play. Last Friday night, we mentioned this to you if you were with us for our broadcast here in Class 2A. Lanphier showed up with the home uniforms at the Lincoln sectional final, and so did Champaign Central. So what happened? Lanphier put on the Lincoln Road uniforms that just happened to be in the closet, and then they went out and won the sectional 88-62. But Lee, they changed back in order to celebrate with the plaque. So they had the right uniforms on just for all the pictures and everything else.
See, sartorial splendor, always important. It's better to look good than to feel good, darling. And you look marvelous, absolutely marvelous. And I think they were a little fired up by the wardrobe malfunction, according to Everett Clemens. He said it got us hyped up at first playing in somebody else's uniforms.
Yeah, they better find a little hype here for the fourth quarter, too, because the third quarter definitely belonged to North Chicago. The ball goes inside. Bryant leans with that right shoulder and picks up the charging foul.
Lanphier just 2 of 13 shooting in the third quarter. Warhawks with the takeaway.
Chicago's turned it up a little bit on the defensive end, but where they really were able to capitalize were on the boards. They had North Chicago 13 rebounds just in the third quarter.
Interior pass knocked away. Davis with the hands. Chuck Shanklin says people kind of compared us to the manual teams of the late 90s. Defense, quickness, relentlessness. Says we're not sure about that comparison. We'll see. They got the right colors. Peoria Manual lost in 4 overtimes on the way to state to Washington. Washington lost in overtime to Peoria High School, who we'll see coming up next. So a hard-fought Peoria sectional.
Lanphier's got to get a little tougher and work a little bit harder on the glass. I mean, too many second and third chance opportunities for North Chicago. They did a nice job at halftime. They actually were only out-rebounded by 1, but it's very, very lopsided now. They're being out-rebounded by 8 in the ball game.
Maybe where that size coming into play a little bit. Although North Chicago is not superior in size, really. Davis all the way to the hoop.
His first basket here after scoring in the first half, 12 points.
He's got 16. Marjon Bryant averages 11 and a half a game.
North Chicago just has had an answer here in the third and fourth quarter.
Looks like a different team since halftime. Davis the miss. Lanphier Lions went to summer basketball team camp up in DePaul. They were the only downstate team there, and Chuck Shanklin said that has really made a difference in our team, being able to finish. And that's what they need here in the fourth quarter, the ability to finish. Davis, boy, what a game he's had, 18. He kind of been relegated to coming off the bench, which he did here today, but showing he deserves the minutes he's getting out there. Simpson got to the hoop, but couldn't make it. Quickly ahead, Larry Austin Jr. outraces the crowd. That's his first bucket of the second half.
And here comes Lanphier back in the open floor. They've struggled on the half-court offense, but when you get out in the open floor, Larry Austin Jr. can finish.
Now we saw there in the second quarter when North Chicago had come back just how quick Lanphier can strike, and here's another reminder here in the third quarter.
Yeah, good look as Davis finds Larry Austin Jr. streaking to the basket. And Lanphier basketball defense create instant offense. Guys seem to play a little bit harder on the defensive end too when they start to score some points and things start to come a little bit easier. So look for Lanphier really to turn it up defensively, and they haven't had many opportunities to get out into full court and press and let their press create some turnovers, because North Chicago has been very, very good in terms of taking care of the basketball. Third quarter and now opening the fourth quarter, they've only had one turnover since the intermission, so that's pretty good for North Chicago after 9 of them in the first half.
And this is one of those areas, and this is why Chuck Shanklin took his team to that team camp up at DePaul with his friend Billy Garrett, who's on staff up there. Last year, they played in 4 title games, tournaments, only won 1. His team had to learn, he says, to play against good teams in tough environments, had to learn to finish games, and that's a little bit what we're seeing right here. They need to find what they had in the first half and get it back. North Chicago's trailed by double digits. They were unwilling to go away. Now they turn it over, and the momentum's in Lanphier's corner. Now, that's one I knew I'd call him Rennie one of these times. Everett Clemens maybe should have taken that shot rather than try to make the fastball pass underneath to Larry Austin, who couldn't hang on.
I see Lanphier, though, an opportunity, 2-2-1 press, looking to trap out of that press and create turnovers.
The Warhawks beat the pressure. They lead it by 2. Tough shooting day for Aaron Simpson, 2 for 14, but he's got 13 points. Now a takeaway for Lanphier. Austin Jr. to the hoop.
Oh, Larry Austin Jr. on that play. He gets the steal, takes it coast to coast, ties the ball game at 59 all.
Chuck Shanklin calls him the Tasmanian Devil. He is everywhere, and he's turning it up here a notch in the fourth quarter. Whistle against Lanphier. Here comes Larry Austin Jr.
Yeah, steps right into passing lane. Great body control, so strong to the basket. And another good finish for Larry Austin Jr.
As our friend Denver Johnson, the former Illinois State football coach, would say, he's quicker than a hiccup. The Lanphier guard, that's the one thing that's impressed me about them watching them this year, how quickly they get up and down the floor.
Yeah, they definitely use all 94 feet of the floor, and they just look to score easy baskets. That's their game. They're not a half-court team. They just like to score them in the open floor.
Simpson making hay while the sun shines at the free throw line today. Now 9 of 10 unofficially.
What a nice stroke, though, with that charity strike.
And you have to love just his demeanor. I mean, he's having a terrible shooting day, but he's doing everything else to help his team not only stay in this game, but now take the lead. Under 5 minutes to go now in regulation. Lanphier led by as many as 11.
Or Chicago in their zone defense, and really denying passes to any of the wings, and they spread out in that 1-2-2 zone. Driving lanes in the center, an open spot about that free throw line. But they're really getting out and checking three-point shots.
Davis from the corner. Simpson runs down the rebound. It'll be North Chicago with a 2-point lead. They were 4th here a year ago. Simpson into the lane. Can't get it to go, but it's tapped out long, and Jordan Duncan comes up with it. Warhawks get another opportunity here. Inside, stolen away. Davis got it, and he's fouled by Amos Mays on the reach. No, they say Davis was out of bounds. They say Davis was out of bounds when he got it back, so it'll be North Chicago ball when we come back.
How come insurance companies tell me I can save like 40%?
Before they even know what I need.
How come
my company never asked me
My idea of financial security.
How
come nobody gives me a financial plan?
I can understand.
Country Financial does. Your country representative can help protect what you have now and prepare for the future.
Somebody who knows retirement planning
and insurance.
Yeah.
At Country, we always ask, what's your idea of financial security?
My name's Reggie. Just recently, my wife and I took in her sister's children. And we already had 4, so I went from becoming a family man to a man with a bigger family. Now, you can't eat love, so I don't know how I'm gonna feed them tonight. How was that, Rich?
I think I look more like Denzel.
That's cold, man.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
And we are excited too there, young feller. Class 3A, three-point shootout coming up next. The IHSA TV network. One of the local favorites, Alec Peters from nearby Washington, will be one of the competitors, one of the 4 finalists. 2 timeouts for each team remaining here. North Chicago clinging to a 2-point lead, 4:06 to go in regulation. Will 32 minutes be enough to decide this one? Been a back and forth affair. North Chicago trailed by 9. They trailed by 11. 19-2 run by the Warhawks in the third. Simpson for 3. It's good. The All-Stater now with 19 points.
Yeah, big basket that time by Aaron Simpson. He sure didn't hesitate for a guy that struggled a little bit shooting the ball in this basketball game. He didn't hesitate, pulled the trigger, knocked down the 3.
His second Final Four. He had 34 points total in last year's tournament. And he's got a steal here. Simpson streaking ahead of the pack. He's laughing about it. He didn't get the dunk, but he gets the bucket. His team up 7. Lanphier trying to battle on the offensive glass, but Larry Austin Jr. saved it to the wrong guy. He's back, avoids the defender and scores. Nice job by Austin Jr. He's got 7. Boy, what a wild game. 5-point North Chicago lead. Just when you think one team's a little bit in control, the other guy's come roaring back. Long 3, Simpson. Oh, he didn't need that one, did he?
He was feeling it, Lee.
Okay.
This guy feels it. He's got the green light anytime he wants to shoot the basketball. Yeah. He was looking to deliver a knockout punch right there.
Who was that hurdled Larry Austin Jr.? Was that Simpson? He went right over it. Got a whistle now against North Chicago and free throw time for Lance Boozer. He's a middle linebacker for the Lions, going to Division II Southwest Minnesota. One in bonus, and the senior makes the first. Chuck Shanklin fighting for his job a year ago. Now 1 win away from playing for a state title.
Big free throws that Boozer was knocked down. Big free throw.
Makes it a 3-point game. The senior with 10 points now. Simpson trying to inbounds, having trouble finding an open man. And now they throw it away. Briggity gets the steal inside. Austin Jr. makes it a 1-point game.
Well, Briggity, a great find that time by Larry Austin Jr. The press really starting to bother North Chicago.
And another takeaway by the Lions. Powers can't hang on to it. Clemens finishes. And it's an 8-0 run in probably less than a minute's clock time by the Lions. And now a foul will go against Everett Clemens. Boy, you talk about offense from defense.
Briggity, a nice drive, nice drop right there. Couldn't find the handle. Clemens picks it up, and Clemens so strong and able to finish on the play as Lanphier regains the lead at 67-66.
17 turnovers now for North Chicago. 21 points off those turnovers for the Lions as Amos Mays goes to the line. 62% free thrower, just a sophomore, missed it. Lanphier, that flurry of defensive activity, and it's a 1-point Lions lead with just over 2 minutes to play. North Chicago led by 7 just moments ago. And Lanphier solved the half-court defense. Interior give to Clemens, had it blocked, gets it back. Boy, what a battle on the glass.
Well, Simpson made a great play underneath. A great block Simpson made. The ball goes inside. Briggity a fine right there. Simpson from behind just made a great defensive play.
Lanphier ball on the alternating possession arrow. We've got a timeout with 1:42 left. Lanphier with an impressive defensive run here. They got 35 points off 29 Champaign Central turnovers. That game, the sectional final, and showing a little bit of that here, Greg.
Yeah, their defense is creating some instant offense. They've really come alive because their press has gotten much better here in the fourth quarter. And just about the time you think that one of these ball clubs is going to take control, it just isn't happening. These two teams are too good on the defensive end, and they can really hit you with some quick points.
We expect another good one coming up here next. Peoria High, the Lions, one of the only teams to beat Lanphier this season, taking on Hillcrest. Coming up tonight, Dave Bernhardt and Jerry Hester have the call of Auburn and Proviso East, followed by Simeon and Bloom Township.
This ball game, Lee, either team can really take control. We've seen lead changes, 8 or 9 lead changes in this ball game, and scores been tied on 5 different occasions. So this ball game's definitely been able to seesaw here, especially in the fourth quarter.
Let's check in quickly with Matt Rodewald.
You know, Lee, listening in with King Coleman, just absolutely baffled by the fact that his kids just can't seem to handle the pressure here. Why is it that you guys can't handle it? Relax and play. We got to get the ball back here.
Miss inside by Clemens and a foul. Foul is on Lanphier. It's on A.J. Powers. And that is now 5 on Powers, whose foul totals have been they've
really
changed throughout the day. Yeah,
in the ball game, but it was a good ball game.
Scoreboard says 4. Lord knows what the stat monitor here says. Kurt Hall at the line, the sophomore, 67.5%.
Should talk a little nicer to the stat monitor. Another free throw by North Chicago.
I'll try anything at this point.
North Chicago has been tremendous at the foul line. 22 of 27 from the stripe.
Well, how good is North Chicago going to be next year? Yes, they lose Aaron Simpson, Marjon Bryant, but they've got Amos Mays, Hall, McLeod all back. McLeod will be healthy after missing most of this year. 67 all. Minute and a half to play in regulation. Clemens on the offensive glass, can't get it. And it's North Chicago ball.
Well, Bryant made a nice play there. North Chicago keeping it alive, and Bryant able to throw it back in. Off of a look like Lance Boozer. Lanphier sets that press. Ball game tied 67 all.
Let's see if the Warhawks got Gerald Coleman's message on the press break, and it didn't look like they did because Coach Coleman takes time out here.
I think it was a good timeout by Coach Coleman. Ball club looked a little rattled against that press of Lanphier.
We talked about the Lions' inability last year to close out games. That's something that North Chicago has struggled with this year. The win over Lakes was one of the games where they finally showed Gerald Coleman that they had some composure, could regain their composure in the final couple of minutes of a ball game. They had a 14-point lead against Marshall in the Super, and Marshall came back, and North Chicago actually trailed that game by 3 in the fourth quarter and hung on to win by 10.
Yeah, you got to be able to make free throws to close out ball games, and in this game, North Chicago 22 of 28. They've got, and when you look at Lanphier, they're 10 of 18, so they're a plus 12 at that foul line. But in this final 1:15, that's where it's going to really matter now, is which one of these ball clubs can knock down free throws. They're going to come away with a win.
Lanphier shots 51% in the first half, 34% here in the second half. So North Chicago Warhawks picking up the pace a little bit defensively themselves. And you look at the shooting percentages, flip-flop for North Chicago, 28% first half, 47% here in the second half.
I think you got to get the ball into Simpson's hands and let him take care of it, because he's a guy that can make free throws.
Marjon Bryant takes it into the lane. Boy, another bunny missed. Tipped by Amos Mays, and the bucket for Kurt Hall.
Javarius Amos Mays is the guy that kept that ball alive.
And was that Amos Mays? Well.
Yeah, that was a great play. Watch Javarius Amos Mays keep this thing alive. If the shot doesn't go down by Bryant, all the red shirts are on the offensive glass. Oh, a great tip that time, and a good finish by Kurt Hall.
Take a look at this. No, we just missed it. Amos Mays, who can throw a football 70 yards in the air, threw a basketball almost that far. We've seen a couple of wild blooper highlights this year thrown in like that, thrown into the hoop.
But once again, North Chicago able to keep it alive on that offensive glass. It was a second chance opportunity. Javarius Amos Mays kept it alive, and Hall finished.
So what Lanphier will do here now, final minute, trailing by 2. They led by 11 at the half. Larry Austin Jr. can't get it to fall. North Chicago runs it down. Here they are in transition. Laid up, no good. Follow in the dunk. Cavante Curry with the hammer. And it's a 4-point North Chicago lead. North Chicago comes away with the rebound, and Clemens with the foul. Pretty rough foul there as he throws Simpson to the ground.
Duncan with a missed shot right there. Look at the foul that time by Curry. Throws down. A hammer with. Ooh, he threw that thing down. A great foul by Curry. Gets the two-hand dunk to give his ball club a 4-point lead. Lanphier couldn't capitalize, couldn't score on the offensive end. And North Chicago able to clean up. And Simpson was fouled on the play. It should be a 2-shot opportunity for Simpson.
Quite a lift for Curry, not off the bench, but guy only averaging 7.5 points a game. He's got 16 in this one as Simpson nails another free throw. 12 of 13 at the line today for Aaron Simpson.
22 points in the ball game, came into the game averaging 26.
And clutch at the line against Marshall. Final 2:36 of that game, he was 10 of 13. He's 12 of 13 in this game. Five-point deficit. Davis for 3. Battle. Look at him go out of bounds and fly into the bench. My goodness, what effort. Marjon Bryant flying into the Lanphier bench.
What a great hustle play that time by Bryant. North Chicago fans starting to celebrate. The shot goes up by Davis. Great rebound. There's the effort by Bryant right there to try and he does save the basketball. Tremendous effort that time by Bryant.
I think, believe it or ironically, I think that's a trainer that he took out. Who looks at the trainer if the trainer gets hurt? 5-point edge, North Chicago, trailed by 11 at the break, came storming back in the third quarter. Curry at the line, 76% free thrower. And that's the thing about this North Chicago team. You talk about Aaron Simpson, but you got Marjon Bryant, Amos Mays, both in double figures. Hall, 9.7 a game. Curry, 7.5 a game. And what a game he's had here with 18 points. Could be a season high. We don't have that information. And what a stunning comeback by North Chicago. 74-67, they knock off #1 Lanphier. Just the Lions' 4th loss of the season. And the Warhawks, who finished 4th here a year ago and have used that as motivation all season long. We'll get to that state championship game they have been thinking about for the last year.
Well, they're going to have an opportunity to play tomorrow in the state championship game. 11 points down at the intermission. Aaron Simpson struggling a little bit, but he's 4 of 19 from the floor, but they really get themselves to the foul line. They're 25 of 32 from the line, the difference maker, and they were the winner in the ball game. They outscored Lanphier by 15 at the line.
And the Warhawks score the final 8 points of this game and win it 74-67.
We have with us North Chicago. Coach Gerald Coleman has brought with him Aaron Simpson, Javarius Amos Mays, Kevonte Curry, and Kurt Hall. Coach, you'll give a statement on the game, and then you'll be open for questions.
Yep, we're proud. We're proud to be in this position for our community, for the high school, even for the county. Our goal is to be the first school in the county to win a state championship. Springfield's a very good basketball team. They never quit. We knew they were quick. We didn't play well. We shot poorly the first half, and I got a veteran team and some great sophomores, and we knew we had to talk at halftime. We talked about some things, some adjustments we had to make, and that's what they did the second half.
Questions?
Yeah, Springfield's very quick, and we went man-to-man. Now, what you've seen tonight, our man-to-man, we played much tougher man-to-man defense, but for some reason tonight, I don't know if they was just as quick as we were, and so we wanted to switch up a lot in defense. We switched up the zone, we'll switch up back to a man, but we stayed in the zone majority of the time. And when the guys, when we play our zone right, it looks like a man-to-man, and they didn't adjust. They didn't adjust very well to our zone defense. Yeah, we talked about that at halftime. I think we had 10 to 12 turnovers the first half, and we the type team. We play at an up-tempo game, and we expect turnovers, but we know when you in the state playoffs, we're very aware of that. The up-tempo game, you try to play it, you want to break, but you got to do more sets. In doing more sets, you got to be strong and protect the ball and cut back on the turnovers. And we cut way back on our turnovers, and when we don't turn the ball over, we're a very tough team to beat. Well, I don't think we did such a good job of boxing out. They was getting too many second shots, especially in the first half, and we wasn't boxing out and moving them out of there. I was a little disappointed in that part of the game, and for us to continue, we must do a better job of boxing out in what we did tonight. Well, that's the type of game we play. We like to push it up. We believe that every shot that we shoot, someone is going to miss. So I need 3 guys crashing the board, and that's how we get our putbacks. Simpson, when he shoot the ball, especially with Simpson, he takes most of our shots. But we go in the game saying that we gonna miss every shot that we shoot. So that means we must chase the ball down. And the guys have did well with that philosophy all season.
Yeah, I had really trouble. So that's why I tried to get my teammates open so they can open up for me in the lane.
Aaron, your ability to get to the line these last two games is probably one of the big games. Talk a little bit about how that started.
That's been my focus this whole playoff series, to get to the free throw line and to take my time and get up there. I've been practicing free throws for the past 3 weeks, and to get to the free throw line, that's one of my abilities. So I try to use it to my best one.
Well, you know, I've been asked that question a lot, and it's a very good question, because as a coach, I've never experienced when coaches come and they say, you know, we've been there before, the confidence in the level of play of the kids, and I was able to find that out this summer after we come down here and took fourth last year. We were disappointed. We thought we should have played better, but when we started our summer season, the kids were so confident, and it carried over during the season, that experience trip that we had down here this year, last year. And this year, they coming in here, it's like, I mean, our philosophy was, this is our home court. We've been here last year. They wasn't here. We on our home court. Yeah, Cavante Curry, he's been giving us that play all year. He's really in a weird position where we don't know if he's a 1, 2, 3, or 4. You know, he plays like he's 6'6", 6'7", and he's a very good defender. And he comes in a lot. He's probably, we feel that he's one of the best six men in the state.
No more questions, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Good luck, gentlemen. We have with us Springfield Lanphier head coach Chuck Shanklin, and he's brought with him Larry Austin, T.J. Davis, and Everett Clemens. Coach, if you would, give a statement on the game, and then we'll open it up for questions.
First, I want to say how proud I am of my kids. We've had a wonderful season. The season isn't over with yet. We both know that. This stings right now, but we'll bounce back tomorrow, and we'll be ready to go. And my hat goes off to North Chicago. They played a really, really good game. They actually gave us a taste of our own medicine. We usually go what we call orange match, and it's our matchup 2-3, and they did that against us, and we kind of got stagnant there. We had some good looks at the basket, but they didn't fall, and then they got a couple run outs, and that was able to kind of give them some momentum.
It was very important for me to do that, helping my team out, and the ball just didn't bounce our way today. I came off the bench giving our team a spark, scored a couple of points, got a couple of deflections and steals.
Yeah, we talked about it. You know, I had it circled on the board. You know, I knew that they were very similar to us in that, you know, they keep balls alive and they go after them. And we talked about it, and we talked about it during the game. And it was just our sheer inability to kind of box out this afternoon.
No more questions. Coach, thank you very much. Good luck tomorrow.
Find your name tag and sit behind it. You have the numbers? I have nothing. Okay.
I think this is mine. Hey, it goes in the order of the shot. Did we get the call on him?
We have with us the Country Financial 3-point showdown contestants for Class 3A, the finalists. Keenan Miner of Cahokia won with 12. Alec Peters of Washington was second with 10. G. Mehmeti of Belvedere North had 9, and Sean Harold of Aurora Central Catholic had 8. Open up for questions.
Well, it's very appreciating, you know, that I got this opportunity, and I had fun, so.
At first it affected me, like towards the middle, all the people there.
Yeah, it affected me. I was pretty nervous when I got in the court.
Well, it didn't affect me that much, but I mean,
it wasn't too bad. I mean, you got the cameras in your face at first, but once you get going, you don't really notice it, and you just shoot like you did yesterday. No. Nope.
No, I mean, it didn't really affect me a lot.
No, it didn't affect me at all. Just, I came here to shoot.
Me either.
So. You just try to think of it as another high school gym and just, you know, go out there and do your best.
Once I went through the first rack, I basically found my rhythm. You know, I found out the way I had to shoot for the rest of round, so it kind of helped me.
I did. I'd rather be in the middle, like towards the middle, yeah. Yeah, I think I led the team in 3 points made.
I didn't play. I got called up at the end of the year because I'm a sophomore.
Yeah, I led the team.
Yeah, I led the team in three-point shooting as well.
It was fun.
You want to get a picture, man? Yeah, guys, get together with your truck. Guys, get right up here in front of the chairs here. Stand in front of the chairs. We got a picture that goes in.